Alright, today's video is going to be a very interesting one. We're going to be talking about the one thing that could completely wreck your account, your trading account. Now, attached is a screenshot. This is a terrible loss that I suffered. I don't see these types of losses anymore, and I'll tell you exactly why. We're going to be discussing what you can do today or the next trade you make so you can stop destroying your account. This isn't even the worst loss that I've made in a single day. This is only the worst screenshot I could find. So I can guarantee you I made even worse losses than this. But that was back when I didn't know any better. And I was just playing around doing stupid stuff. But now, kinda know what I'm doing. So there's one thing that I changed, which took me from this to actual profitable days. And we're gonna be discussing that exact thing in this video. So stay tuned, watch till the end, make some notes, and I guarantee this will help you. So the first thing that we must talk about is that you need to understand that there's three types of trading days. Now, if you're just starting this thing out, maybe you've been trading for 10 years, maybe you started yesterday, you're gonna be kind of confused because you'll be like, okay, well, some days I make money, some days I lose money, some days nothing happens, some weeks I don't trade, I don't really know what to do. Why isn't my account growing? You have to understand that there's three distinct types of trading days. And it's going to sound very obvious when I say this, but process this. The first type is a win. So let's say you enter here and you sell here. Boom. It's a win. You make money. Everybody's happy. Good to go. The second type of day is a break-even day. Let's assume you enter over here. Stock goes up, it goes down, it goes sideways, and you sell for practically break-even. Maybe you make $2, you lose $3. It's a break-even day. Nothing really happened. The third type of day is a loss. In this day, well, you lose money. You enter here, maybe you sell over here, you lose a bunch of money. Now, again, it sounds very obvious, but you need to look at trading as one of these days. Every single day has to be one of these days. It can't be a day where you were so tired you didn't trade. No, it's just a win, a break even, or a loss day. Those 3 days, it should be one of those options. It shouldn't be I was tired, or I don't know, I was a bit drunk. Come on, it needs to be one of these 3 days. That's the first distinction we need to make. Now, another thing we need to talk about is keeping your losses very small. So if you're in the community, you can go to the courses section and you can play. I'm going to play a small snippet of the course. So I always keep my losses as tiny as possible and my gains as much as possible, because that's how you make money in the long run. Like if my losses were each like 30, 40, 50%, I would not be here. But because my losses are super tiny, 5, 6, 7, 8%, my account, it stays afloat, and any day where I make money like 50, 60%, it just makes up for all the losses. So that was just a snippet of the course. You can find the full course in the community. Let's get back to the video. So let's answer the main question, right? How do we avoid destroying our accounts? What's the one thing we need to do, the magical thing, the big thing that we need to do to stop destroying our account? This is what I've done. Like I said, you saw the screenshot in the beginning of the video. I lost 6K in a day. I changed this one specific thing, and it turned me profitable. What is that one specific thing? It's to only trade once a day. This is a fucking game changer. Game changer. Everybody talks about emotional trading. Everybody talks about risk management, This thing is so... I don't hear anybody talking about this. It feels like I made this up. You need to only trade once a day, max. And this is why it's so important, right? Because everybody thinks, okay, it's fine, like let's say I trade and I lose $1,000, that's okay. I'll spend the next 10 minutes just making back my loss. I will trade 10 more times if I have to, 20 more times if I have to in the next 20 minutes, and I'll just keep making little bits of that 1,000 back, and then I'll break even for the day. That's the worst logic, bro. If I'm just gonna be honest, that's the worst logic. And there's 3 main reasons why this isn't gonna work. Believe me, like when I started trading, I had the same exact logic. I was like, it's fine. I'm never gonna have red days. I'm such a genius. The reason I'm never gonna have red days is because when I have a red trade, I'll just spend the next 10 trades making the money back, and then boom, I'll never have. I was on something. So let's go through the 3 reasons why this isn't gonna work. The first reason is that you're already gonna be psychologically drained and frustrated. If I make a loss, I kind of kick myself. I'm like, fuck, like shit. You get frustrated, and when you're frustrated, you're not gonna think clearly. And when you're not thinking clearly, you're going to enter positions you're not supposed to. You're going to exit positions you're not supposed to. You're just going to end up losing more money. Secondly, you're psychologically drained. Like, you're not focused. You're like agitated. You're like, fuck, like, I don't know. I should have done this. I should have done that. You're not in like a mindset. You're not in like a mind frame. You're not relaxed enough to trade. So that's the first main reason. Second reason is you need to only trade A plus setups. This should be your edge. Everybody talks about edge in trading. What's your edge in trading? Your edge in trading should be the fact that you only trade A plus setups. You don't trade B setups. You don't trade D setups. You don't trade setups when you feel like it. You only trade A plus setups. And if that means you need to trade once a week because you can only find an A plus setup once a week, then so be it. Don't be like these other people who trade 15 times a day because oh look, that it looks like it's gonna go up. Like FOMOing in and out of trades. You don't want to be that person. You want to be the person who only trades A plus setups. This should be your unique selling point. This should be the thing which people talk about. It's like, oh, that guy, he only trades A plus setups. He doesn't trade anything else. Next is the fact that losses are part of the game. So remember when we were talking about the 3 different trading days, right? It's a win, it's a break even, or it's a loss. You need to realize that losses are part of the game. If somebody says to you that they've never made a loss, oh, I never make losses. I haven't made a loss in 2 years. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. Even I make losses. Losses are part of the game. You have to make losses. Even A plus setups are going to fail you. But the idea is that the A plus setup wins enough of the time for you to make money in the long run. That's the whole idea. So don't have this mindset that you're going to lose money, but then you're going to make it back in the next 10 trades. It's just not going to work. If you take one single trade and it's a loss, that's fine. Note that specific day as a loss day and then review it. Review, okay, why the fuck did I trade that? Why did I lose money? Oh, okay, I was frustrated. Maybe I was stressed. Maybe I wasn't thinking clearly. Maybe I FOMO'd into a trade. Just review it, analyze it, and keep it as a loss day. That's the most important thing you do. Because I guarantee you, thinking that you're going to make back a loss, it's just not going to work. So just trade one single trade every single day. So let's apply this concept to our strategy that we trade, which is the gap strategy. Let's apply it. So again, as usual, step number 1, let's go through it. Step number 1 is to screen for stocks. Go to a stock screener. Like I said, I use TradingView personally, and sort the list by gap percentage. And we need a minimum of 20% gap. Again, gappers are just stocks that go up pre-market because of news, because of fluctuations, whatever. They're going up, they're volatile. There's a reason that they're going up, and a bunch of people are watching the stocks. So this is the first thing. We need to identify which stocks are gapping up so we can identify which one to trade. Not 15, not all of them, one. That's the first step. So you can see over here in front of you, this is the gap scanner, right? You can see ticker over here, you can see the gap percentage, and you have some other stuff. You have the price, you have the volume and the float. This isn't completely necessary, but if you have it, it's really not gonna hurt. So you can see the minimum gapper over here is 20% and the maximum is 100%. Now, volume we can see over here is 44,000. It's not really a lot. Here it's 227,000. Again, not really that much volume. So you can kind of already start filtering out the stocks that you think are not gonna do well just by looking at the volume. Okay, this one doesn't have a lot of volume, X that out. This one isn't gonna have a lot of volume, X that out. So instead of, 10, now you're left with 8. You see what I mean? The idea is to just filter all of them out until you see the one that you want to trade and the one that you're going to make money with. That's the whole idea. Step number 2 is to create a watch list. Exactly what I said. You look at the high volume stocks with support levels and you need a small float. It's helpful. It's not a must. The next thing is to buy. Once you've identified the watch list, you want to choose just one stock that you're going to be trading. And the way you're going to be choosing the stock is you need to wait for support. Only enter when the stock confirms support. Never enter when the market opens. I see people doing this shit all the time. Don't enter as soon as the market opens because you do not know where the stock is going to go. That's genuinely gambling right there, right? You need to only enter when the stock confirms support. That's how you actually make money. So if we see this chart over here, you can see this is one of the stocks gapping up. This is TRNR, by the way, from the gap scanner. You can see it's going up pre-market, and I've identified a support level. I've identified it right over here. I put a line over here. Again, I identify these support levels for you inside the community. And you can see I entered as soon as it hit the support level. So it opened on this candle. It went down for a little bit. I entered as soon as it hit the support. And now we have to see what happens. Now, step number 4 is to sell. Obviously, you've entered the stock. It's time to sell. Now, there's 3 main points where I sell. The first is VWAP resistance, the second is pre-market high, and the third is $half whole dollar resistance. So if you go back over here, you can see pre-market high will be this level over here. That will be pre-market high. So if the stock ends up going up here, I'll sell right over there. The VWAP is right over here. So if the stock ends up going above over here, touches VWAP, I might look to sell over there. Or I might decide, forget that, I'm just gonna sell when it hits 50 cents. Or maybe it goes all the way up to $1, right? $half whole dollar resistance. It depends on the stock, it depends on the day. And again, these are not concrete. Some days I might sell a bit lower than pre-market high. Some days I might sell a bit higher than pre-market high. Some days I might sell a bit lower than VWAP. Some days I might sell a bit higher than VWAP. It's not concrete. It really isn't. But again, the more experience you have, the more days that you look into these gappers, the chances of you like actually realizing when to enter and exit, it goes up dramatically, right? Some days I just watch. Like some days I don't even trade because I'm just watching the market. I'm learning. I'm analyzing. How does the price react to the support level? How does the price react to pre-market high, right? So the more you analyze, the more you watch this in real time, the more your brain kind of understands the patterns. Now, another thing is you need to keep your losses very small. Don't keep them massive. We're not looking for 20% losses, 50% losses, none of this stuff. And this is the exact point. If you try and recover your losses, it's only going to make it worse. If your first trade, you lose 10% and you think, oh, I'm going to make it back. Your second trade, you're going to lose another 20%. So now you're down so much money. Whereas if you just stopped the first time, you'd only be down like 10%. So in this specific stock, I sold right over here. And this was actually near the 50 cents level, right over here. Right? So I said sometimes I sell pre-market high, sometimes VWAP, sometimes I sell $half whole dollar resistance. In this case, it was at the 50 cents level, which is again, $half resistance. Now step number 5 is to repeat, and you need to repeat this every single day. Log on in the morning, look at the gap scanner, watch list, buy the stock, sell the stock, and analyze. You need to do this, make it a habit. Do this every single day. Every single trade, you need to analyze. Was it a win? Was it a loss day? Was it a break-even day? What was it? Why did it happen? And what can you do better next time? Now I'll show you that this works for me and a bunch of others. So this is my community, the Dracoroom. Inside over here, you have all these channels. You have a course inside, you have a FAQ section, you have a watch list section, a win section, you have all of these sections. I'm in the win section right now. You can see that people are making money literally every single day. Now today was a crazy day. I'm gonna be honest, it was a very good day. This person made $138. It was his first ever trade and he made $138. This guy made $465. This guy made 19%. He made 78, 103, 1,700, 700, 1,200, 900. Today was an insane day. People are making wins every single day. When you join the community, you also get access to my watch list. Now this is some crazy stuff. Every single day, I literally tell you guys the stocks that I'm gonna be trading. I tell you guys them. Like every single day, I just literally just lay everything out. I tell you the support and I tell you the stocks that I'm gonna be watching. So you don't have to look at the gap scanner and figure out for yourself, which one do I trade? I literally tell it to you, and I also tell you the support level. So today I said I'm gonna be watching SAG and WINT, and I listed out the support levels for each of them. When you join the community, you also get access to my trade reviews. Every single time I make a trade, whether it's a win, it's a loss, it's a break even, I always make a video and I explain when I entered, when I exited, why I did those things. I explain literally everything from A to Z. So today, for example, I made $9,000 on WINT. I made a video explaining why I entered it, why I exited. I explain everything. And I do this for every single trade. Every single trade that I made, I make a video explaining what it is, why I entered, why I exited, why I won, why I lost. It's really helpful. So if you do want to join the community, you need to email me right now at this email right over here. It's in the description because I am going to be closing the group soon to just focus on the members. So if you do want to get inside, email this email right over here and I'll try to get you a spot inside. If you want to watch a video where I explain my boring trading strategy that prints me $40,000 a month, click the video on the top left which just popped up. It goes through the strategy, it goes through how I make money with it, it goes through how other people make money with it. Very solid video, go check that out. And as always guys, subscribe, like, comment, share this. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.